Well, I think the project is hard. Harder than anything I've ever tried. I think trying something that you haven't done and that nobody's done yet is not easy, especially because there'll always be some doubts whether it's possible or not. You're all on your own, and that's what makes it so hard. It's only a matter of time, but if it just doesn't happen for days and days and weeks, that's when the doubts creep up into your head and you feel like, oh, maybe I was too ambitious, maybe it just isn't possible for me. In 2017 I went to Seyouz with two friends of mine. That was the actual first time I hopped on the project. The route is about 10 meters to the right of the famous biography route. It was bolted by Ethan Pringle, I believe, in 2009. It's this amazing blue streak, and it's for sure one of the best routes I've ever tried. Well, I think the project is hard. Harder than anything I've ever tried. But that's all I can say.
It could be 9B+, it could be 9C, it could even be 10A. Like, no one knows at the moment.
From the ground to the crux, I would grade the route about 8B+. You get to this good hold to rest. From there you've got tension here, 8 moves to the boulder problem. The boulder problem in the middle consists of 4 moves. A weird crossover match on a crimp, and then you stab into a 2-finger pocket and you jump to a crimp. I would grade it around 8A+ boulder problem. Every time when I get to the boulder problem, I'm so tired, even just my biceps are so tired that I can't pull properly anymore. So I never actually managed to get through the boulder problem from the ground. I think I drank maybe too much tea in the morning. I could feel it going like bloop, bloop, bloop. After the boulder problem, you still have to climb 9A to the top. You just have to keep on climbing for at least 20 moves without any good hold. It feels like when I get this, I have to really lock this move. I can't just fall into it, whereas when I take this, it feels more like I can just hit it. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Okay, climbing. See? Good take. I'm not gonna clip anything on the head wall. Okay, the sequence works. If in doubt, run it out. 2, 1.
Proper whipper. Get some serious airtime.
At some point I felt like I was at the point where I had good beta, and I knew this will be the beta I'll climb it with. So that is one of the things that always keep me motivated, when you know that you've made progress and you know you've found the easiest beta for yourself. Yeah, I don't know how much is missing still. That's the thing, you know. Might be that I get through the crux and I'll climb the upper part straight away. Might be that I fall straight away and there's still 10 moves missing to the top and I'm absolutely done. I've got no idea. The f***ing rope's f***ing coming down off the project that I didn't climb. 2017, I went back home tired and totally exhausted. But I was sure about coming back and just doing it. The plan this time was to spend 2 weeks in Seas, but it didn't go very well. I think generally just trying one route is not very beneficial for your physical performance. Always doing the same warm-up and then trying the same route won't make you stronger as a climber. So it is a fine line between making sure that you work on the route enough, but then not working on the route too much to actually lose power. Trying something for so long is mentally exhausting. Even though you might feel strong and you might feel like you have the route dialed, it still is hard to keep trying 100% every time. Can't hold the holds. The biggest challenge probably to send a hard route is to not lose your mind or freak out on the way to climbing it, because dealing with failure or not succeeding all the time for a long period of time kind of gets you. The route felt harder than last time. I have to be honest, yeah, and I just felt my fingers opening up, although I was not properly pumped, and I was not able to, give it everything I have. I wasn't able to try hard.
I mean, Alex doesn't normally spend loads of days on projects. You know, he's just learning, that he's trying something now that is right at his limit. And he's got to go through that process like everybody else does on something that's right at the limit.
Dagger in the middle of the wall that's very, very poor. You can see it there in real life as Alexander Megos comes out to start his campaign on the borders.
At the end of 2018, I finally made the decision to try to qualify for the Olympics, because it felt like a one-time chance for me. At the World Championships, I qualified for the Olympics, but on the very last day injured my pinky finger.
Alex Megos has got a serious finger injury.
That is massive. Alex, one of the real contestants to win this competition, is making a calculation here, I think, about whether it's worth risking the injury, and I don't think he feels it is. That is not good for Alex Megos.
Yeah, as soon as my pulley was okay again, the season was over. This finger injury taught me patience, and I put the project on hold because I was just not ready to climb on it. At the beginning of 2020, the pandemic happened, And suddenly all the competitions were cancelled, the Olympics were postponed, and I found myself having a lot of time. So I figured priority number one for me would be to get back on the project as soon as possible. In the second week of the second trip, I had a massive breakthrough. I finally managed to pass the boulder problem from the ground for the first time ever. I was hanging at the pool rest after the boulder problem, and that was the moment when I actually realized it is possible for me. But I had this sort of horror scenario in my head that maybe you pass the boulder problem and the upper part will just feel impossible. Well, at some point you don't know if you'll actually succeed or not. If that means a lot of failing, then let it be so. I kinda had to learn to put in effort, even though there might not have been any positive outcome. I'll not expect anything in return, and I think that was a huge step in my climbing, because I just haven't done that before.
Take.
you know, all those trips suddenly pass in front of your inner eye and you feel like, wow, I've invested so much time. I tried it, you know, a long time ago actually, and like this whole process came to an end now. Oh man, endlich.
Oh, missed it.
Yes! I think day 60. Maybe 59. Or the quick one.